Hi guys, in this video I will talk about iterative statements. Iterative statements is used to execute loops repetitively. Balik-balik. Maggamit ng loops which is tulo ka buok, the while loop, the do while loop, and for loop. Now let's start with the while loop. I will show you the syntax of the while loop. First we need to initialize int, for example, int s s is equals to 0. So we initialize then the while then the condition. Let's say that this is lesser than is lesser than 10, full stop. I know, curly braces. Inside the curly braces is where we put the statement. So system set out by print s then full stop. So it's already a loop, but if you run it, it has no end because we need to stop. It it has this loop has no ending because it is not incremented. The s is is always 0. It doesn't change, so we need to increment. So we need to put s plus plus until the s becomes lesser than 10. So if we run it, boom, it will print up to 9 because it starts with 0. So 0, 1 to 9. First, this is the condition. It checks the condition first and then run the statements. Well, when the statement is false, so if false na ko ni statement, example, kani isi ko na ko 9 and kani kay 10. Run ako, wala magawas. Nothing happens because it checks the condition first before running running the code, the statement. If if the statement is false, it doesn't run at all. That is the while loop. If the statement is true that the s is lesser than 10, it goes again in the condition. So it it performs this code, then go back to the condition, then performs the code if it's true. And if the s is lesser than 10, the the loop will stop. That's for the while loop. And now with the do while loop. So let's delete this do while loop. So this is the syntax of the do while loop. So first, to initialize that L is equals to 1, and the do curly braces the condition. So this is where we put the condition. So system that out at print line. So we need to print the L and full stop. Then we need the incrementation so that the loop will be the not infinite loop. Full stop. Then braces. So this is the condition. Then while while L is 5 lesser than 5, then full stop. So this is the do while loop. It does the eh, it runs the statements first before checking the condition. So this is the syntax of the do while loop. So first we need to initialize, then this is the statements or this is the action that will be performed when the condition is false, right, true day. So when it prints the first output, so we run it does the actions first, then it checks the condition if it's true. So if it's true, it will run this again, and then checks the condition, then run this again, and if the condition is met, so let's say that 1 IDL became 4, the loop stops, so it is shown in the console. That is for the do while loop. So now we discussed the do while loop, and next is the for loop. So let's delete these. The for loop is pretty easy because it is compact. So na siya sa tanan sa dali sa dali siya button. So for, then parentheses, and initialization, all of the one kay dili siya may tabo sa sulod. Int L equals 1, then full stop. Yup. Then condition L is lesser than, then stop, then L plus plus. So this is the ano eh? So na incrementation eh. Then I did it. Okay. Braces. Error guys. Then sys. Dili ang is where we put the statement. So system that out at print line. So tanggal lang iteration. Sheesh, iteration. Then colon. Then para na siya spacing. Ano ni? Double. Dayon. Plus L. So, i-concatenate na to siya. Para makombine siya pag print. Full stop. If we run the for loop, this is the output iteration 1 to 9. So this is the syntax. It initializes first, then the condition, then the iteration. Then this is the statement. So, ano siya? For loop. This is more compact than the other loops because it is the action is performed in this. Masa user. And that is all, guys, for the loops and how it is used in iterative statements. So, thank you for watching, and I hope that you learned nothing. Goodbye. See you around. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.